Alright, so in the previous lecture we have seen what is the procedure to calculate the support reactions and shear force and bending moments. Today we are going to see how we can calculate the support reactions, and we are going to calculate the support reactions for a particular beam and few frames as well. So let us say we have a particular beam given to us which has a total length of around 10 meter. So let us say we are starting with example number 1. So we have been given a beam like this, simply supported on one side, or let us say hinge support, and there is a roller support on the other side. It has three different loads. First one is 70 kilonewton, then second one is 100 kilonewton, and third one is 50 kilonewton. The distance from left hand side support, let us say this is point A, this is point B. The distances are given like this. So 2 meter, 3 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter. So this is 2 meter, 3 meter, 2 meter, and 3 meter. So the question which is asked is, we need to calculate the support reaction for beam. Find support reaction. Right, so two unknowns will be there. First one is VA and second one is VB and VH as well. So for given beam, first work for us is to identify the support system. What type of support system is given to us? So as you can see, at point A we have a pin support, or you can say hinge support, and at point B we have a roller support. So now we know that at pin support there can be only two external reactions possible. So at pin support we have two reaction, and at roller support we have one reaction possible. This we have seen in the previous lectures. So what are those two reactions possible at point A? So let us draw here. So first one possible is RA, that is vertical reaction. Second one possible is HA, that is horizontal reaction. And at roller support we also know that there is only one perpendicular reaction possible. So let us denote that as RB. So these are the three unknown forces that we are supposed to find. All the other things remains the same. So let us say this is 70 kilonewton, this is 100 kilonewton, and this is 50 kilonewton. Distances are same, 2, 3, 2, 3. This is point A, this is point B. So this is the first step. We need to identify what are the unknowns that we need to find out. So now to find out three unknowns, now this is called a free body diagram, what we have drawn here, right? So we are considering the beam as a free body. So this is a free body of a beam. Now we need to apply the equation of static equilibrium. So write down, applying static equilibrium equation. So first equation, that is summation of horizontal force is equal to 0. So now we need to see in this free body diagram how many horizontal forces are there. So before that we consider the sign convention. So this left to right force will be considered as positive, and opposite direction we consider it as negative. Similarly, we will consider vertically upward force positive, vertically downward force negative. And one more sign convention, we consider clockwise moment as positive and anti-clockwise as negative. So this is the sign convention that we are going to follow for this numerical or for all the future numericals as well. So summation of Fx is equal to 0. So how many horizontal forces we have? We have HA and there is no other horizontal force, so HA will be automatically 0. So first reaction that is known to us, that is horizontal force, is 0. Then second condition we will apply, summation of Fy is equal to 0. So now we equate all the vertical forces. So for two vertical forces which are positive are Ra and Rb. So Ra plus Rb. Then we have three negative forces which are vertically downward. So 70, 50, 100. So minus 70, minus 100, minus 50 equated to 0. So we will get one equation, Ra plus Rb is equal to 220 kilonewton. So this is, let us say this is called as equation number 1. Now we apply third equilibrium condition, summation of moment is equal to 0. So in this case we will take moment of all the forces about point B. So for this condition, taking moment about point B, so equation will become summation of MB is equal to 0. So from this point B we are going to take moment of all the forces which are there on the left hand side. So moment is calculated by force multiplied by distance. So starting from the extreme left hand side force, we will have Ra multiplied by perpendicular distance, which is 10. This will be rotating my point B in the clockwise direction, so this will be positive. Then second will be 70 multiplied by perpendicular distance, so from this point up to Rb, so that is 8. So 70 multiplied by 8, that will be going anti-clockwise, so that's why negative. Again 100 multiplied by 5, again negative because it is rotating point B anti-clockwise. And the last one, that is also negative, 50 multiplied by 3, and equate this to 0. Right, so in this equation you can see there is only one unknown, which is Ra. So if you can solve it, you will get the value of Ra somewhere around 121 kilonewton, and here the positive sign is there. So positive sign means that whatever direction we have assumed in the beginning, that is vertically upward, that is correct. So you can write that assumed direction is correct. If this answer comes out to be negative, then we need to change this direction to downward. Right, now if we put this value in the equation number 1, so from equation number 1, what we will get, we have Ra plus Rb is equal to 220. So if we put the value of Ra in this, we will get the value of Rb is equal to 99 kilonewton. This is again positive, so we can write the same thing here as well, that assumed direction is correct. So therefore we found out all the three support reactions. Our HA value is 0, Ra value we got as 121 kilonewton, and Rb value we got as 99 kilonewton. So this completes your numerical for calculating the reaction of forces in a particular beam. Moving to the next type of numerical, uh, we many times it is asked to find out the support reactions for the frames as well. So let's move to the frames now. Numerical 2, support reaction for frames. Okay, so let us say we are starting with the example number 2. We are given a particular frame. The frame is given like this, and on this point there is a roller support. This is point A, this is point B, and this is point C. So here there is a horizontal force 10 kilonewton, and one more point C is given. So there is a 60 kilonewton force given. Point loads are given. We need to find out the support reactions. So before we start, we need to draw the free body diagram for this. So it will look like this. Here we have a vertical force, that is RA, and there is HA because it is a hinge support, and here there will be a vertical perpendicular force, that is RD. So RA, HA and RD are the reactions that support point A and D respectively. Right, so this is point A, B, D. There is a point load here 60, and there is a horizontal load here, that is 10 kilonewton. Right, so again starting with the equation of static equilibrium, first we will apply summation of horizontal force is equal to 0. So in this case we have two horizontal forces. First is HA and plus 10 is equal to 0 because both are in the same direction. So if I want to find out HA will be equal to minus 10 kilonewton. Now here you observe this answer has come as negative. What does this mean? This means that whatever direction we have assumed, it is wrong direction, so we need to change the direction. So you can write here assumed direction is wrong, right? So we need to change this to this direction, and this will be HA, right? So this will not be there anymore. Then we need to apply second condition, summation of Fy is equal to 0. So if we apply this equation, how many forces, vertical forces we have, that is RA and RD, both are positive, so RA plus RD, and we have one negative force, so is equal to 60. We'll get this equation. Then we need to take moment about any point, either A point or D point. So let us say third condition, summation of moment about point D is equal to 0. Generally we take it as from the right hand side point most often than not. So if we apply this, what force we have? First is RA multiplied by perpendicular distance. Okay, I forgot to mention the distance. This is 3 meter, this is 3 meter, and height is 2 meters. So perpendicular distance will be 6 going clockwise, that's why positive. Then we have HA. So this HA now will also be going clockwise, so plus HA multiplied by perpendicular distance is 2, and we have 60 kilonewton force, so minus anti-clockwise, so 60 into 3 is equal to 0. So in this put the value of HA, so RA multiplied by 6 plus HA is 10 multiplied by 2 minus 60 multiplied by 3. Now you may argue that why we have taken plus 10 here. The answer is minus 10. Now here this minus sign is only showing the direction. It is not an absolute value. So once we change the direction, you do not need to put the minus sign here. This will be equal to 0. So if you solve this, you will get your reaction at A around 26.67 kilonewton, and this answer is positive, right? This answer is positive. This means our assumed direction is correct, which is upward direction. In this case, the change direction is in the opposite direction. And now from equation number 1, we know that Ra plus Rd is equal to 60. So if you put the Ra value in this, you will get the value of Rd is equal to 60 minus Ra. So that means 60 minus 26.67, which ultimately comes out to be 33.33 kilonewton, which is also positive, which means our assumed direction is correct, which is vertically upward. So this is how you can find out the 3 reactions which were supposed to be found out. Once you find out these reactions, you show these values in this free body diagram as well. At the end, draw this again. So Ra we got as 26.67, Ha we got as 10 kilonewton, and Rd is 33.33 kilonewton. So draw this diagram once you finish this numerical, or once you find out all the answers, right? Let us see one more numerical of a frame. Okay, so as you can see on your screen, this type of frame is given and the loading is given. As you can see, there is another type of loading, as you can see on your screen, that is a UDL is given of 20 kilonewton per meter. So the process will remain the same. First we'll draw the line diagram or free body diagram, what you can say. So let us draw a free body diagram. So this is A point, this is E point. Both the supports are hinge supports. So on both the sides we have 2 reactions. At this point we have Ra, and let us assume that we have a Ha in this direction. Similarly, at E point we have Re, and let us assume that we have in the same direction He. We have this 100 kilonewton force here, we have a UDL here which has a intensity of 20 kilonewton per meter, right? All the other dimensions remain the same. So this is 2 meter, the total, this is half of 3 meter, 3 meter, there is a point here, this is 1 meter and 1 meter. So let us note down the points as well. This is point A, B, C, D, and this is point E, right? Once you are done with this, then we need to apply the equilibrium condition, static equilibrium condition. So summation of Fx is equal to 0. This is the first condition that we will always apply. So as you can see, there are 2 horizontal forces in your free body diagram. So that is, both are in the same direction. So Ha plus He will be equal to 100. See, there is one more force which is acting opposite to that. So here you will get one equation. So let us say this is equation number 1. Now apply second equilibrium equation, that is summation of Fy is equal to 0. So do the summation of all the vertical forces. So first we have 2 vertical forces upward, that is Ra plus Re, and you have a UDL here. So how we can convert that UDL into point load? So to convert UDL into point load, you need to always remember that the converted point load will always act at the center of a UDL. So let us say this total is 6 meters, so this point load will act as at the center of a UDL, and its intensity, its value will be loading intensity 20 multiplied by total distance 6. So if we convert it into point load, it will be 20 multiplied by 6, that is 120 kilonewton. So whenever you want to convert a UDL, let us say this UDL is given to you, small w kilonewton per meter, and if you want to replace your UDL with a point load, so that point load will be, let us say the length is L, so that intensity will be W into L. You need to remember this very carefully. So it is acting downward, so minus 60 multiplied by minus 20 multiplied by 6 is equal to 0. So here also you get one equation, Ra plus Re equals to 120. So this will be your equation number 2. Now apply the third condition, that is taking moment about point E. So summation of moment about point E is equal to 0. So what we will get? We will have the first force, that is Ra, multiplied by perpendicular distance is 6 clockwise, so positive. Then we have another force, which is the UDL load. So the point load we have already converted, so it will be 120 multiplied by distance. So now from this point, from this C point, the distance is given, that is 3. This will be going anti-clockwise, so minus, and we have a 100 kilonewton force also, so 100 multiplied by distance is 1, and again it is anti-clockwise, so minus will be equal to 0. So if you can solve this, we will get the value of Ra is equal to 76.67 kilonewton, and that is positive, that means our assumed direction is correct. So we show that direction also. So this way we got the value of Ra. Now let us take moment at hinge point C as well. Why we are doing this? Because we want to calculate the horizontal reactions as well. Now before that, substitute this value into equation number 2. So from equation number 2, that is Ra plus Re is equal to 120. If we put the value of Ra in this, we will get Re value is equal to 120 minus 76.67, that is 43.33 kilonewton, and this is again answer is positive, that means our assumed direction is correct, which is vertically upward. So we got two reactions, Ra and Re. Vertical reactions are already known to us. Now to find out the horizontal reactions, we need to take moment about point C. So taking moment about C, so let us consider summation of moment at C is equal to 0 from left hand side. Right here it is important to write, either you can take from right hand side or left hand side, that is your choice, but you need to see on which side you have the minimum forces. So if you can see on the left hand side we have HA and RA and UDL, so three forces are on the left hand side, and on the right hand side we have HE, RE, 100 and UDL. So there are four forces on the right hand side. It doesn't matter whether you take moment from right hand side or left hand side, your final answer will remain the same, But just to make the things quicker, you need to select a side which has a lesser forces. So let us write down the terms which are there on the left hand side only. So first we have RA, perpendicular distance up to point C is 3, clockwise means positive. Then we have HA, perpendicular distance is 2, this will be rotating point C anti-clockwise, so negative. And we have a UDL of 20. Now we consider the UDL of only this much distance. So here again you need to convert that into point load. So point load will be intensity multiplied by distance. So 20 multiplied by 3 in this case, right? So point load will be 20 multiplied by 3 and multiply by distance. So this distance will be, this point will be acting at the center of this 3 meter. So ultimately the distance will be 1.5 meter. So multiply by 1.5 equal to 0. Now you know the value of RA, so substitute the value of RA here. Only unknown remains will be HA. So calculate the value of HA, which comes out to be 70.005 kilonewton, and this is come out as positive, so our assumed direction is correct. So we got the value of HA here. Now we need to calculate the value of HE. So from equation number 1, we will get HE value as 29.995. This is also positive, so assumed direction is correct. And this is how we got all the values of our reactions, that is 4 reactions which are there to be calculated. So this is another variation of the calculation of the reactions. Okay, so this is another type of numerical in which, as you can see, the roller support at point C is given at some inclination with the horizontal, which is given as 30 degree. So no need to worry, the steps remains the same only. First we'll draw the line diagram. So let us draw the line diagram. So at point A we have vertical reaction, that is RA, and horizontal reaction as HA, because it is a hinge support. Then we need to convert this 40 kN per meter UDL into point load. So if I want to convert that into point load, that will be how much? Intensity 40 multiplied by distance 6, and it will be acting at a center of 6 meter. So this will become 3 meter, this will become 3 meter, this vertical height is same 4 meter. Now there is a slight difference at point C, because as you can see, the support which is given, it is inclined support. So the reaction will be perpendicular to that inclined support. So that reaction will be acting in this direction like this, RC, right? So we need to convert this RC component into two components, so vertical and horizontal. So vertical component of RC will be RC cos 30 degree, and the horizontal component of that will be RC sin 30 degree. So as you can see here, if you apply that here, it will be acting like this. This will be RC So this angle is given with the horizontal. So if I want to convert that with the vertical, you need to change the sides of your reactions. So vertical is cos and horizontal will remain sine. Once you are done with this, the process remains the same. So first we will apply summation of fx is equal to 0. So what we will have in this, we will have HA minus RC sine 30 degree is equal to 0. So if I calculate the value of sine 30 degree, so HA will be equal to RC divided by 2. This is the one equation that I'll get from the first condition. Then apply second condition, summation of Fy is equal to 0. So if I apply this, what we will get, we will have RA plus RC cos 30 degree and minus, so I can write in the other direction of the equal to, so it will be 40 multiplied by 6. So if you put the values, RA plus cos 30 is root 3 divided by 2 into RC is equal to 240. So this you will get equation number 2, and if we apply the third condition, that is the summation of moment at point C is equal to 0, then we will get RA multiplied by 6, clockwise means positive, minus HA multiplied by 4 because it is anti-clockwise, and again minus due to point load. So 40 multiplied by 6 multiplied by distance is 3. It is again anti-clockwise, that is why minus, so it is equal to 0. Now in this, if we simplify this, 6RA minus HA value we already know, which is RC by 2. So minus RC by 2 into 4 minus 720 is equal to 0. If we further simplify this, we will get 6 times RA minus 2RC is equal to 720. So we will get this equation number 3. So if we solve equation number 2 and equation number 3, we will get the value of RA as 153.35, then we will get RC as 100 kilonewton. This will be acting upward, this will be acting at angle, and HA will be equal to 50 kilonewton. So this is how you calculate the reactions. The process will remain the same, only thing is that we need to take care and observe whether is there any inclined support given or not. Right, so this is how we calculate the reactions. So this the process in the next sessions is also remain the same, how we calculate the reactions. Now the next step after this is how to draw shear force and bending moment diagrams. So to understand that process, first we need to understand what is shear force and what is bending moment, so that we will understand in the next lecture, and we'll solve a number of numericals and learn how to calculate shear force and bending moment, plus how to draw shear force and bending moment diagrams as well. So see you in the next session. Keep practicing, keep learning.